bottle chats, taking trips. Come back at 6, wake me and your child. And then won't lay today, make me wonder who you might have been playing with. Makes me wonder who.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ivy and this is Dishing Out the Damage with Ivy. Welcome to my channel. If you didn't already, like and subscribe. Go view the last video and like and subscribe. And let's jump into the episode today. On today's episode, we will be discussing healing and forgiving yourself. It starts with forgiving you. Everybody has trauma. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has trauma. Everybody has pain. Everybody has something that they hold themselves accountable for. And also, if you don't have accountability, how are you healing? But I'm going to stay on topic. Go to my last video to view about accountability. Forgiving yourself while healing is a major key into self-healing. A lot of people don't realize that. Everybody is searching for, oh, closure. I need closure from this. I need closure from that. I need closure from this. I need closure from that. But let's really talk about it. You have to forgive yourself because you put yourself in situations to be hurt or to have trauma. I am a true believer of you caused your own trauma in some aspects. And a lot of people probably would argue with me with that, but I am a strong believer as far as you put yourself, as humans, you put yourself in predicaments and situationships and relationships and you point the finger. That's why I said go back to my last video about accountability. You have to also forgive yourself. Once you take accountability for putting yourself in certain situations, you have to forgive yourself. And I think that's the toughest topic to talk about. I'm currently on my healing journey. And I'm currently learning how to forgive myself from putting myself in situations and relationships that did not serve me and or caused my own trauma to myself. I'm learning to forgive myself and actions that I have done, vice versa, experience from other people, forgiving them and also myself. A lot of people always say, you know, you got to forgive. In order to forgive, you have to be forgiven. Don't quote me. I might be wrong. But you know what I'm talking about. Far as to want forgiveness, you have to forgive. And while we say that for other people, we should be saying that to ourselves. In order to heal, you must forgive yourself. So why keep battling and keep living in regret of the actions you have done to yourself and situations, and not saying what you experienced from other people was right or correct, but you do play a part to your own trauma. And a lot of people don't realize that, like, you legit play a part to your trauma. Yes, people are wrong and things and situations. It's always a two-sided story. But where do you come in that story? When do you take that accountability as a woman, as a man? Take that accountability and say, it's my fault. I messed up. And I forgive myself. How can you move on from a situation after receiving closure that you think you're gonna keep thinking about and keep going over in your head of these traumas? That means you didn't forgive yourself. If you already got closure from situations and relationships and you still stuck on the past, you clearly didn't heal enough where you forgave yourself for these situations. You have to forgive yourself in these situations to move forward. on your healing journey. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't realize that, like, including myself, and not to just say a lot of people don't realize that, including myself. You know, I used to go and think about all the things I've been through and reminiscing, and I don't even want to use the word reminiscing, but like trauma bondage, and just going back to my trauma and just revisiting the topic. And I always ask myself, why do I keep revisiting topics that I already talked about or got closure from, or I even found closure within myself? Because sometimes you have to realize some people cannot give you closure. Sometimes you have to find the closure for you. You know what I'm saying? So I had to stop. One day I really just stopped myself and I said, what the fuck are you doing? Like, why are you so angry about things? Why are you so emotionally imbalanced with yourself about situations and relationships that you have been in, and you're stuck on them, or you keep revisiting the topic? Is because you didn't forgive yourself. Like, I didn't forgive myself. And I'm still learning how to forgive myself. It's incredible. It's so hard. Like, it's so hard to forgive myself on certain things. And I take it day by day, literally. And I'm self-aware of my emotions. You know what I'm saying? I'm big on being expressive of your emotions. If you're angry with yourself, you need to let it be known you're angry with yourself. You need to talk yourself through that. If you're sad about yourself, you need to talk to yourself about that. You need to, you know, and I'm promoting therapy. Mental health is so important. I'm promoting therapy. I'm promoting support systems. I'm promoting, you're not alone. You know what I'm saying? We all go through trauma. We all have bad days. Life be lifing. Okay? And you have to just take the time to forgive yourself for situations. You have to take your time with your healing journey. You have to be open-minded and know that in life you're gonna go through ups and downs, and you have to find a way to get through those ups and downs in a positive way, you know, and not in a negative light, in the sense of, you go, you know, a lot of people when they're going through trauma and, you know, bad relationships, etc., they just do and get into bad, poor habits and lose that self-love and lose themselves. And I was one of these people. I started to, not just mental health, you know, I started to lose my self-worth and lose my sense of who I am as a woman, you know, with these traumas and situationships and relationships that I've been in, you know, just one after another of toxic behavior. And, you know, not just with the other person, but within myself, knowing that you have toxic traits and red flags as well. You know, we all have red flags. It's about, what are you doing to work on these red flags? You know, and one of my biggest red flags is that I'm very hard on myself. I'm very hard on myself, and I'm very non-forgiving to myself in certain situations that I've experienced in my life. That, I might get a little bit emotional because it just brings me back to dark places that I know it took me forever to forgive the person or forgive myself, you know. And I'm learning each day by day that a lot of my trauma and a lot of the experience that I experienced is because of me as well. Not giving, you know, previous situations or less, you know, other people a way of out of their accountability. I can only account for myself, if that makes sense. So with that being said, I learn to forgive myself, and it's hard. I'll be lying to you if I say that I have everything figured out, if I know where I'm going far as my healing journey. I'm just taking day by day and learning myself and embracing self-love, and I'm learning how to accept things for what they are and change what I can change, and what is, what things that can't be changed, I'm not stressing. I'm praying over those things. Whether it's praying, whether it's talking to a therapist, whether it's reaching out to family, whether it's talking to a partner, whether it's expressing your emotions, I embrace it. Especially when it comes to emotions. I'm a very emotional person. So I had to learn that sometimes you have to talk these emotions out. If you don't talk it out, it's like a big ticking time bomb, and before you know it, it explodes. So with that being said, the key factor of this video today is to spread the word of forgiving yourself. Life is hard enough. Don't be hard on yourself. I'm gonna say that again. Life is hard enough. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself and take day by day, and know that you're not alone, and everybody's going through life. And with that being said, we're ending the episode here. I hope you like and subscribe, and if you didn't already, do that and go to the last video that we discussed. And yeah, I'll see you guys later.
I'm private jets, taking trips. Come back at 6, wake me and your child, and then won't lay today.